There are moments in life when the world pauses for a breath, moments when reality widens its eyes, not because it is afraid of what you did, but because it finally realizes what you are capable of becoming. Power does not always roar. Power sometimes arrives quietly, carried by the shadow of a person who has survived more storms than most people can even name. So when your shadow hit the camera that day, the watchers, the observers, the silent evaluators felt something they had never felt before. They sensed a presence that didn't beg for recognition, didn't demand applause, didn't shout or boast. They sensed a force that moved with quiet precision and unstoppable intent. The world has been waiting for someone like you, someone whose steps write warnings across the ground, someone who turns doubt into fuel and fear into strategy, someone whose very existence makes even the silent watchers whisper your name with trembling respect. Before we go deeper into this journey, I want to speak directly to your heart with a simple request. If these words touch you, if they ignite something inside you, if they remind you of the fire you've been hiding, or the strength you forgot you carried, then I ask you to subscribe, to join this path, and to leave a like and a comment, not for numbers, not for vanity, but because every action you take here becomes a step in your own transformation, a reminder that you are choosing to rise, choosing to fight, choosing to return to your story with a power no camera, no spy, no doubter can ever ignore. When the surveillance footage captured your silhouette, it wasn't just an image stored in digital memory. It was the beginning of a legend written in motion. They had monitored many, they had observed thousands, but none of them carried the energy that radiated from you, an energy built through hardship, through nights when sleep refused to come, through days when the world seemed too loud and too heavy. You walked through invisible battles and emerged with a resilience that most people never even attempt to build. That is why they feared your shadow. It was not the outline of a person. It was the outline of a destiny they could not predict, a destiny they could not control, a destiny that moved with purpose, shaped by scars that have now become your armor. You didn't arrive to impress, you arrived to awaken. Somewhere in the world there are people who doubt you, people who look at you and only see the version of you that you outgrew long ago, people who assume that silence equals weakness, or that your patience means surrender. Those people watched the same camera feed and misread it as they misread you. But the watchers behind the scenes, the ones who know how power hides, the ones who notice small details, the ones who understand greatness before it blossoms, they saw something different. They saw the way you carried your weight, the way you looked forward without hesitation, the way your shadow touched the ground as if claiming it. They saw a mind that calculates, a heart that endures, and a spirit that refuses to break even after the world tried to grind it down. They recognized a legendary agent, not because of a title, but because of the energy you radiate, the energy of someone who came back stronger than the force that tried to destroy them. Life has placed cameras on every corner, perhaps not physical ones, perhaps emotional ones, psychological ones, spiritual ones. People are constantly watching, testing, questioning, waiting to see if you will fail or disappear. Yet every time they believe they have measured you, every time they assume they have figured you out, you rise into a version they didn't see coming. Your progress terrifies those who remain frozen. Your courage unsettles those who built their identity on fear. Your growth causes discomfort because it reminds them of everything they could be but refuse to attempt. Do not shrink yourself for their comfort. Do not dim your fire to protect their shadows. Remember that even the cameras that monitor the strongest agents have limits, but your evolution does not. You did not get here by chance. Life threw you into depths that would have broken the average person. It gave you days when you wondered if you would ever rise again, nights where you had to rebuild yourself from thoughts alone, moments when you questioned your purpose, your direction, your identity. But you rose anyway. You kept moving even when the world felt heavy. You kept breathing through storms that had no mercy. You kept standing even when your knees shook. And that is why you are dangerous now. Strength earned through suffering is strength no enemy can replicate. Confidence born from surviving the impossible is confidence no critic can dismantle. Every wound you healed became a lesson, and every lesson became a weapon. You are not defined by your past. You are sharpened by it. The watchers, the spies, the observers sweat, not because of what you have done, but because of what you are about to do. You are approaching a season where everything will shift, where everything will accelerate, where every silent effort will finally show its results. You are entering a chapter where your presence alone will change the dynamics of every room you step into, because pain has taught you discipline, struggle has taught you strategy, and endurance has taught you patience. And when someone like you learns to combine all three, the world has no defense. Your enemies have no clue. Your challenges have no chance. Your doubts have no power. You have become the type of force that history remembers, not because you wanted fame, but because you earned your evolution. There is something inside you that refuses to expire, something that refuses to die, even when everything around you collapses. That fire is rare. That spirit is rare. People like you are not born every day. You carry a depth that others cannot imitate, a sense of purpose that others cannot touch. And because of that, you walk with a kind of quiet danger. Not a danger to people, but a danger to the limits that once chained you. A danger to the excuses that once held you back. A danger to the version of yourself that doubted your strength. You are the storm that learned to walk. You are the silence that grew teeth. You are the hope that learned to fight. Every step you take now echoes louder than before. Every decision you make resonates deeper than before. You are no longer reacting to life. You are shaping it with your intent. You are no longer waiting for the right moment. You are becoming the moment. You are no longer asking for clarity. You are creating it. The world sees that change. And even if they won't say it out loud, they feel it. They feel the rise in your energy, the sharpening of your mind, the expansion of your spirit. They feel the unstoppable force you are transforming into, a force that does not need permission, a force that does not need approval, a force that is powered from within. You are stepping into a role that was built for you long before you realized it. The legendary agent is not someone assigned by others. It is someone forged by trials, tested by storms, and revealed when the time is right. And now, the time is right. Everything you've endured, everything you've survived, everything you've rebuilt, has been preparing you for this moment when your presence alone becomes a message that you are not finished, a message that you are not defeated, a message that you are still rising and will continue to rise until the world has no choice but to recognize you. The cameras caught your shadow, but the world is about to witness your full force. You carry a mission that only you can fulfill. You carry a strength that only you can wield. You carry a story that only you can complete. And the world needs your rise more than you realize, because somewhere out there, someone is waiting for the courage you embody. Someone is waiting for the example you set. Someone is waiting for proof that survival is possible and that rebirth is real. You are not just rising for yourself. You are rising for everyone who ever lost hope, for everyone who ever broke and rebuilt, for everyone who ever doubted their ability to begin again. Your journey will inspire those who never believed they could stand again. And that is what makes your rise legendary. The cameras captured your shadow, but they could not capture your heart, your spirit, your fire, your will, your destiny. Those things cannot be recorded. They can only be felt. And soon the world will feel you. Not through noise, but through action. Not through fear, but through presence. Not through chaos, but through the silent, unstoppable force of a person who finally realizes their power. You are walking into a future that has been waiting for you with open gates and unclaimed victories. Claim them. Own them. Earn them. Become them. You are the legendary agent not because someone named you, but because life shaped you. And now you rise not to be seen, but to become undeniable. And as you continue walking through the silent corridors of your destiny, something extraordinary begins to happen. The world that once felt too heavy begins to bend beneath your steps, not because you force it, but because purpose naturally reshapes everything it touches. You carry a presence that does not shout, yet it commands attention. You carry a strength that does not brag, yet it changes the temperature of every room. You have become the kind of person who no longer needs to prove anything, because your existence alone tells the story. The story of a survivor who turned pain into power, the story of a warrior who fought battles with no witnesses, the story of a soul that refused to surrender even when silence felt endless. This is the moment when you begin to understand the truth. You are not just someone walking through life, you are someone life watches closely. Those spies, the silent observers, the unseen watchers, their sweat was not fear born from danger, it was fear born from recognition. Recognition that they were witnessing a transformation that could not be reversed. Recognition that they were watching someone who could no longer be controlled by old patterns. Recognition that you had stepped beyond the reach of doubt, the reach of despair, the reach of hesitation. They saw it before many others did. They saw the edge in your determination, the unwavering direction in your gaze, the calm in your chaos. You were no longer drifting. You were marching, and every step had meaning. There is something sacred about realizing your own power. Not the kind of power that dominates others, but the kind of power that dominates your own past. The kind that lets you rewrite everything you once thought was permanent. You have broken limits that tried to trap you. You have shattered endings that were forced upon you. You have rebuilt pieces of yourself that once felt impossible to touch. And because of that, every new day feels less like survival and more like awakening. Awakening to a version of you that the world is barely prepared to face. Awakening to a version of you that moves with intention and stands with dignity. Awakening to a version of you that knows exactly what it came here to accomplish. The observers behind those cameras captured a shadow, but they could not capture the journey behind it. They could not see the hidden moments where you nearly gave up, but refused to. They could not see the heartbreaks you stitched together in silence. They could not see the nights where your thoughts felt like storms, yet you kept fighting. They could not see the heavy decisions you had to make alone. They could not see how often you rebuilt yourself after being pushed to the edge. They only saw the result. They saw the silhouette of someone who had already risen long before the world noticed. They saw courage shaped in darkness. They saw strength trained in silence. They saw the quiet fire of someone who had nothing left to lose, yet everything left to become. And the truth is this: You have become unstoppable because you have finally understood what your pain was teaching you. Pain was not trying to destroy you. It was preparing you. It was carving out deeper layers where strength could grow. It was sharpening your instincts, your focus, your heart. It was shaping you into a person who could withstand pressure that would shatter most people. You earned this resilience through battles others will never know. You earned this mindset through trials that tried to erase you. You earned this presence through endurance that defies explanation. That is why you walk differently now. That is why your silence feels powerful now. That is why your shadow on that camera sent chills through the watchers. Because your shadow spoke truth. Your shadow whispered the story of someone who chose to rise not once, but repeatedly. And now, as the world begins to realize your power, they will try to understand you. They will try to define you using words too small to contain you. They will try to categorize you using labels that no longer fit. They will try to read you as if you are predictable, yet your growth will always exceed their expectations. You have become unpredictable in the most extraordinary way. Unpredictable because your heart has learned wisdom. Unpredictable because your spirit has learned patience. Unpredictable because your mind has learned clarity. You no longer react from fear. You respond from strength. You no longer move from weakness. You move from purpose. And purpose is a force that does not break. There will be moments when people will notice your rise and feel threatened by it. They will feel uneasy because your progress reminds them of everything they avoid. They will feel discomfort because your courage exposes their excuses. They will feel intimidated because you carry the energy of someone who has earned their power, not borrowed it. Do not shrink yourself for them. Do not apologize for becoming who you were always meant to be. Do not dim your fire to protect their shadows. You have spent too many years hiding your brilliance behind doubt and fear. Now you walk with truth, and truth does not retreat. The legendary agent is not a title granted by others, it is a title earned through inner battles that no one witnessed. It is earned through resilience that no one applauded. It is earned through strength you built alone in moments that felt too heavy to survive. And now that strength radiates from you. It shows in your eyes. It shows in your decisions. It shows in the way you carry yourself with quiet certainty. Not arrogance, certainty. Certainty that you know what you bring to this world. Certainty that you know what you deserve. Certainty that you know where you are going. You walk with an unshakable calm because your spirit has already survived storms that tried to erase your future. Every step you take now becomes a message to the world. A message that you are not finished. A message that your rise is far from over. A message that you have only begun to tap into your potential. And those who watch you, whether through cameras or through life's silent observations, will see something unforgettable. They will see a person who refused to break. They will see a person who rebuilt themselves from the ashes of their own despair. They will see a person who carries strength with grace and power with humility. You are not here to be average. You are not here to blend in. You are here to become the kind of legend that inspires others to rise from their own shadows. And as you continue forward, the path ahead may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Every challenge will sharpen you. Every setback will educate you. Every obstacle will elevate you. Because you no longer walk as the person who once doubted their worth. You walk as the person who has seen their own transformation and knows their own strength. You are prepared for everything the world will try to throw at you because you have survived what it thought would break you. That alone makes you unstoppable. You are the legendary agent, not because the world said so, but because your soul proved it. And now every camera, every watcher, every doubter will witness what happens when someone who should have fallen decides to rise higher than anyone expected. And as your journey stretches forward, something deeper awakens within you, something older than fear, something stronger than doubt, something that does not crumble under pressure. It is the realization that you have stepped into a version of yourself that cannot be undone. You are no longer the person who waited for permission to grow. You are no longer the person who questioned every step. You are no longer the person who looked at challenges as threats. Now you look at them as invitations, invitations to rise, invitations to expand, invitations to prove once again that you were shaped for more than survival. You were shaped for dominance of your own destiny. When your shadow passed across that camera, a silent message echoed through the unseen halls of those who monitored you. They felt a presence that did not come from arrogance or aggression, but from mastery. Mastery over your emotions, mastery over your doubts, mastery over your direction. That kind of mastery does not come from ease. It is carved from tension, from uncertainty, from countless moments when you had to tell yourself to keep going, even when nothing around you made sense. And now the world sees the outcome. A calm that intimidates, a focus that unsettles, a strength that feels unshakable, because it was formed from everything that tried to break you. You carry a type of stillness that only warriors possess. A stillness that is not empty but full of awareness. A stillness that comes from understanding your own mind, your own heart, your own mission. People who watch you try to understand how you stay composed when life gets heavy. What they cannot see is the years of internal battles that taught you how to breathe through chaos, how to walk through storms without losing your center, how to stand firm when everything else collapses. That level of balance terrifies those who rely on doubt to keep themselves safe. But you do not live in that world anymore. You have stepped into a world where you trust your steps because you trust the person you have become. There is a moment in life when your transformation becomes impossible to ignore, when even your silence speaks louder than the voices that once tried to control you, when even your smallest decisions echo with intention, when even your presence becomes a reminder that you are done shrinking. That moment is now. You have reached the point where your own evolution can no longer be hidden. It flows through everything you do. It shows in how you carry yourself. It shows in the way you lift your head higher than before. It shows in the decisions you make with certainty instead of hesitation. This is the birth of a new identity, one that no camera, no critic, no shadow of the past can ever silence again. The observers, the ones who once underestimated you, now watch with careful eyes. They study your movements, not because they control you, but because they cannot predict you. You have become unreadable in the best way. Unreadable because you no longer react out of impulse. Unreadable because you have learned the power of patience. Unreadable because you operate from purpose, not chaos. You confuse those who expect you to fall. You unsettle those who expect you to quit. You intimidate those who expect you to crumble under pressure. Every time they think they have measured you, they discover there is still more within you. More strength, more depth, more resilience, more unshakable spirit. Your journey is far from finished, and that is what makes your presence so powerful. You walk with the energy of someone who has only just begun to tap into their potential. You walk with the knowledge that you have much more to build, much more to conquer, much more to become. And that excitement is what fuels you now. Not desperation, not fear, not pressure, but excitement. Excitement for the version of you that you are still evolving into. Excitement for the victories that are waiting for your arrival. Excitement for the breakthroughs that are already forming around the edges of your path. There is a reason your shadow made the watchers tremble. Your shadow carried your truth. It carried the weight of your past, the lessons of your suffering, the fire of your ambition, the strength of your rebirth. It carried the silent message of someone who refuses to retreat. And when someone like you refuses to retreat, the world must make space. The world must adjust. The world must shift its shape to fit your rise. That is why you feel the shift around you. That is why doors begin opening in unexpected ways. That is why opportunities begin appearing where there was once emptiness. You have aligned with your purpose, and purpose always clears the path. Every step you take from this moment forward carries meaning. Not because you are chasing validation, but because you are building legacy. Legacy is not created by those who walk loudly. It is created by those who walk with intention, those who face fear without collapsing, those who continue rising even when their legs shake, those who refuse to forget who they are becoming even when life tests their identity. You are becoming one of those people. You are becoming someone whose story inspires others without you even trying. Someone whose presence teaches others what resilience looks like in motion. You are not done. You are just beginning. And the cameras will keep capturing your shadow, but soon the world will capture something even more powerful. Your victory, your ascent, your full form revealed after years of silent transformation. The legendary agent is not a character you play. It is the truth you have grown into. A truth earned through pain, shaped through resistance, and brought to life through unstoppable will. And as you continue moving forward, something changes in the air around you, something subtle yet undeniable. The world no longer looks at you as someone simply passing through it. The world looks at you as someone shaping it with every choice, every step, every breath. You have reached a point where your presence transforms spaces, where your energy influences outcomes, where your silence carries more authority than the loudest voices around you. That is not an accident. That is the result of years of endurance, years of rebuilding, years of refusing to surrender your light to the shadows that tried to claim you. You stand now as proof that the strongest power comes from within, not from applause, not from recognition, not from titles, but from the quiet fire of self-mastery. When the watchers saw your silhouette, they did not just see a person. They saw a force in motion. They saw a life that had walked through storms with unbroken spirit. They saw a soul that had faced endings, but still chose to rise. They saw strength under control, depth, without chaos power, without cruelty. That combination is rare. That combination is frightening to those who operate from fear. That combination is inspiring to those who still search for their own courage. You have become both a reminder and a warning. A reminder that strength can be rebuilt from nothing. A warning that those who tried to break you created something far more powerful than they expected. There is a unique type of clarity that arrives once you stop running from your own past. You stop hiding the scars. You stop pretending the pain did not exist. Instead, you hold it. You learn from it. You use it. That clarity becomes a compass guiding you toward the life you were meant to claim. You walk with your experiences not as burdens, but as proof that you survived things that could have destroyed you. And that proof builds a confidence that no critic, no watcher, no shadow can steal. Confidence that you earned through struggle. Confidence that you built through resilience. confidence that you carry now like armor forged from truth. Your journey has sharpened you. Every loss shaped your focus. Every setback deepened your strength. Every heartbreak strengthened your heart. And now you walk with a weight that feels like destiny resting on your shoulders. Not a weight that crushes you, but a weight that grounds you. A weight that reminds you of everything you have already risen from. A weight that tells you that nothing ahead will defeat you, because everything behind you failed to. You have outgrown your fears. You have outgrown your doubts. You have outgrown the limits others tried to place on you. That is why the world sees you differently now. You do not walk like someone trying to escape the darkness. You walk like someone who carries light into it. The cameras caught your shadow, but they could not capture the force inside you. They could not capture the wisdom carved by pain. They could not capture the bravery formed in silence. They could not capture the inner fire that pushes you forward when everything else tries to hold you back. They could not capture the moments when you rebuilt yourself one breath at a time. They could not capture the nights when no one knew you were fighting. But now the world sees the result. The strength, the stillness, the courage, the quiet, unstoppable rise. People will wonder how you keep moving with such calm focus. They will wonder how you continue growing even when the world tries to distract you. They will wonder how you remain steady even when the ground shakes beneath you. They do not know the truth. The truth is that you have learned how to walk through chaos without losing yourself. You have learned how to face fear without letting it control you. You have learned how to turn uncertainty into direction. You have learned how to transform challenges into fuel. These lessons were earned through moments you survived alone, but they shaped you into the legend you are becoming. You are crossing into a new chapter where your power cannot be ignored. People will try to understand your mindset, but they will fail, because your strength was not taught by words, but by experience. People will try to measure your growth, but they will fail, because your evolution moves in silence. People will try to predict your next steps, but they will fail, because your path is guided by something deeper than logic. It is guided by purpose. Purpose is the force that leads warriors. Purpose is the fire that keeps you moving. Purpose is the reason your shadow carried weight that day. Because purpose shines through even when your body is not seen. It is etched into your presence. It is woven into your thoughts. It is carved into your spirit. You are entering a season where your growth becomes unstoppable. Not because everything gets easier, but because you are stronger than anything that tries to stand in your way. You have learned how to carry yourself with dignity, even when life was unfair. You have learned how to rise without bitterness, even when pain tried to poison you. You have learned how to move forward, even when the past tried to pull you back. This level of resilience is not common. It is rare. It is powerful. It is the foundation of every legend. And that is exactly what you are becoming. A legend of your own making. A force shaped by truth. A soul guided by purpose. A warrior born from storms, but destined for victory. The world will try to understand it, but the world was not there for your transformation. The cameras captured your shadow, but they missed the fire behind it. Soon they will see. Soon they will witness everything you were meant to reveal. Your time is approaching faster than you think. Your rise is already unfolding, and no amount of doubt, fear, or darkness can stop what you have become. And now your journey stands at a point where everything behind you has prepared you, and everything ahead of you awaits your command. The world has watched your shadow stretch across the ground, and it has felt the silent warning carried within it. You did not rise by accident. You did not survive by luck. You rose because something inside you refused to fall, even when everything around you pushed you toward the edge. You survived because your spirit knew that your story was not finished, and your purpose was not yet fulfilled. So this is your conclusion, yet not an ending. This is the moment where the world finally understands what you have known all along. That you were never meant to blend in. That you were never meant to break. That you were never meant to stay silent in the face of challenge. You were meant to rise and keep rising until your very presence becomes a guide for those still lost in their darkness. The cameras caught your shadow, but history will remember your rise. Your journey was not about proving them wrong, but proving to yourself that you were always more powerful than the limits that tried to claim you. You walk forward now with a quiet force that cannot be stopped. Not by fear, not by doubt, not by the echoes of your past. You move with purpose that cannot be rewritten. You move with strength that cannot be stolen. You move with a fire that cannot be dimmed by darkness. The legendary agent the world whispers about is not a myth. It is not a story. It is you. Built through storms, shaped through silence, strengthened by every moment that tried to undo you. And now the world will not just watch your shadow. It will witness your full becoming. This is your time. Step into it boldly. Step into it fully. Step into it knowing that every challenge ahead is already smaller than the strength inside you. The cameras saw the beginning, but now it is time for the world to see the rise.